Good evening, I'm Karen Devine.
And I'm John White. The Academy Awards are over for another year. It's 11 o'clock, time for news.
You're watching KESQ, the desert's news leader, live in high definition. This is News Channel 3 at 11.
The 85th Annual Academy Awards is a wrap tonight after an evening of surprises for Hollywood royalty.
I thank everyone in the movie, on the movie, worked on the movie, did anything with this movie gets thanked. I want to thank Canada. I want to thank our friends in Iran living in terrible circumstances right now. I want to thank my wife, who I don't normally associate with Iran.
He was a little bit excited. Ben Affleck walked away with an Oscar tonight for his Iranian rescue thriller, Argo. First Lady Michelle Obama also made an appearance presenting the Best Picture Award. Brandy Hitt is live at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood with a wrap on the Academy Awards.
What an exciting time here at the Oscars. Hollywood's biggest stars and some of the biggest films of the year were honored, including Argo, which took home the Oscar for Best Picture. From high-end fashion on the Oscar red carpet,
we saw your boobs,
to host Seth MacFarlane's red-hot opening number.
Are you okay? I am now.
Where he first mocked his own dark sense of humor, then turned on his high-class charm. It was an exciting kickstart to the 85th Annual Academy Awards.
Christoph Waltz,
Django Unchained's Christoph Waltz won Best Supporting Actor, and Best Supporting Actress favorite Anne Hathaway also won her first Oscar.
It's just been such an honor. Thank you.
This year's show was also jam-packed with musical numbers, including tributes to Chicago, Les Miserables, and the 50th anniversary of James Bond, with Skyfall and Adele taking home the Oscar for Best Original Song.
Paul Letworth for, oh God, believing in me all the time.
Best Director went to
Ang Lee. Thank you, movie god.
Silver Linings Playbook's Jennifer Lawrence won Best Actress.
You guys are just standing up because you feel bad that I fell, and that's really embarrassing, but thank you. This is nuts.
And Best Actor went to Daniel Day-Lewis.
3 years ago, before we decided to do a straight swap, I had actually been committed to play Margaret Thatcher.
Then the award everyone was waiting for, Best Picture. Argo.
I thank everyone in the movie, on the movie, worked on the movie, did anything with this movie gets thanked.
It was great to see Ben Affleck celebrating when Argo won Best Picture. And the celebrations are even continuing at this hour. Just moments ago, we saw Daniel Day-Lewis and Quentin Tarantino walk by with their Oscars in hand when they were celebrating at the Governor's Ball. Reporting live from the red carpet in Hollywood, Brandy Hitt, ABC News. Now back to you.
Parties will go all night long in Hollywood. Thank you, Brandy.
Well, fans watched and celebrated the big night right here in the Valley. News Channel 3's Laura Yanez shows us how they hit the red carpet like the A-listers and nominees themselves.
Is that the new Ari channel?
We're not in Hollywood, but there's some Oscar fever going on in the Valley. A special screening of the Academy Awards at the Mary Pickford Theater in Cathedral City, bringing the glitz and glam of LA right here to the desert.
All the lights and cameras, it's all exciting.
We understand each other. Neighbors setting their eyes on the big screen for the night, catching a glimpse of the fabulous star-studded celebs.
Seeing what the actresses are wearing in their hair and their makeup and their jewelry, and then critiquing them.
And cheering on their motion picture favorites.
Django. Actually, that was a really good movie.
I've seen Lincoln, and Kathy Kennedy, who produced it, is a longtime friend of mine. And I'd really like her to win because she's way overdue. Hole in the pocket.
It wouldn't be Hollywood's biggest night without
the red carpet.
Here's a fun fact for you. The Oscar red carpet is about 500 feet long, coming in at a whopping $25,000. Now, this red carpet here at Mary Pickford is only 50 feet long, but fans say it's all the same.
That was great. They were taking pictures, and the red carpet was there, and paparazzi was going, and it was great. Felt like the real thing.
Behind those bright flashing lights, Cathedral City High School Digital Arts and Technology Academy students taking snapshots of the stars of the night.
I go straight for the camera and say, just smile for me.
They do look like celebrities, actually. They're like all dressed up and they have all these cute clothes and we're like, oh, what are you wearing?
An award-winning celebration in honor of the gold statue. Laura Yanez, News Channel 3, Cathedral City.
Well, our Oscar coverage continues online with a recap of all the major awards, a slideshow of red carpet arrivals, and much, much more. Just go to KESQ.com, click on Entertainment, then click on At the Movies.
And you don't need to go to the Academy Awards to see stars. Coming up later on this Oscar night newscast, see why you just need to take a walk in downtown Palm Springs. Well, a beautiful weekend is coming to a close. First Alert Chief Meteorologist Ginger Jeffries is tracking your conditions. Ginger, a little breezy at times today, but otherwise an amazing weekend for us.
I think our weather's always voted best picture in my book. 55 degrees outside right now. Your pressure is up, but as John mentioned, yeah, we did contend with a little bit of wind, all because of cold air moving through to the north of us. Right now, no weather advisories in place, and your wind speeds are finally coming down to about 7 miles an hour. The wind is up from the southwest, so it's going to keep our temperatures rather mild this evening. Notice the high desert, you're dropping into the upper 30s, but for the low desert, 52 tonight in Palm Springs, about 44 to the east end of the valley. So mild nights will lead to a little bit of a warming trend for your work week forecast. Above normal conditions close out February. Can you guys believe we're closing out February this week? All right, details coming up. My full First Alert weather. Back to you.
We'll see in a bit. Thank you, Ginger. We're learning more tonight about the Palm Springs woman accused of threatening President Obama. This isn't her first run-in with the law. Police arrested this woman, Felicia Monet Mitchell, last December for burglary and identity theft at the Premier Bank on East Palm Canyon Drive. Authorities say Mitchell tried to open a bank account using the Social Security number of a dead person with the same name. Police say she never showed up for a court hearing, and they put out a warrant for her arrest. Police in New Orleans picked up Mitchell almost 2 weeks ago after they say she posted threats against the president on Facebook and Twitter. Mitchell could face up to 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine if she's convicted.
A man burning mad at his estranged wife faces charges of trying to burn her house down. Why did he do it? Well, here's what he told a TV reporter.
My wife would have cheated on me, would never happen, but she cheated with another woman. So, a lovely wife, thanks to her.
Police caught Gary Knoll in the act and arrested him. If he wanted to kill his estranged wife, he didn't succeed. She wasn't even home. Firefighters saved a dog inside the home, but a cat did die in that blaze.
A traffic alert for you tonight. The eastbound lanes of Interstate 10 near Day Palm Drive and Cathedral City are closed tonight for construction. The westbound side of the freeway remains open. If crews don't finish their work tonight, the eastbound side of the freeway may be shut down again tomorrow night. The lane should be reopening around 4 in the morning for the morning drive. Drivers should expect traffic delays and avoid the area if at all possible in the overnight hours. Get an update at 6 a.m. tomorrow in our Time Saver traffic report on News Channel 3 in the morning.
A man walking along Interstate 10 last night was hit and killed by a passing vehicle, and tonight police believe drugs or alcohol may have played a factor. It happened just after 11:30 last night on the westbound Interstate 10 near Dillon Road, and that's where officers believe 27-year-old Antonio Salazar of Thermal was walking when he got hit by a car. Police say during the investigation they discovered glass from the suspected vehicle's headlights on scene. If you have any information about this crash, call Valley Crime Stoppers at 760-341-STOP. You can remain anonymous. You could be eligible for a $1,000 reward.
Bad driving is one thing, then there's this. A car upside down lodged in the roof of a home in Houston, Texas. The driver was speeding at 80 or 90 miles per hour and hit an embankment. The car went airborne and bounced off one home before crashing into another.
Oh, it's just outrageous. I've seen bad accidents over here, but this is really the worst one I've ever seen.
Took 10 hours and a big crane to get the car back on the ground. The driver walked away without a scratch. No one inside the homes was injured.
Well, that's amazing. Tonight's Hollywood's biggest and brightest stars were shining bright at the Academy Awards.
Now you can see stars right here in the Coachella Valley as well. Next on News Channel 3, take a walk with us in downtown Palm Springs and see why some call it Hollywood East. You're watching KESQ, the Desert's news leader.
Tonight, Hollywood honored its best at the 85th Annual Academy Awards. The Oscars honor the most talented people in the entertainment industry all over the world, and so does the Palm Springs Walk of Stars.
News Channel 3's Greg Lee tonight takes a look at some of those names you'll easily recognize, and others, well, you might not.
Spend any time in downtown Palm Springs, you'll notice some huge stars at your feet. The legendary Bob Hope, the King himself, and of course, Marilyn Monroe. As Bob Alexander calls it, Hollywood East.
We've honored some of the greatest stars in the world, certainly comparable to Hollywood. They've been around a lot longer than we have.
Founded in 1992, 353 gold stars make up the Palm Springs Walk of Stars, with more on the way. Elizabeth Schumacher and Cheryl Barrett spent the day touring the star-studded sidewalks.
It's a draw, definitely. I mean, people want to come and be part of the Hollywood and the movies.
That includes some of the biggest names to grace the silver screen. A handful of Oscar winners call the Walk of Stars home. Names like Mary Pickford and Loretta Young. Funny man Mickey Rooney sits at the entrance of Tim Clark's art gallery.
Every day, Mickey Rooney, and then you go ask the kid, do you know who that was? And well, I heard my grandma talk about him.
Some people, like Rico Pacone, share personal stories about the Oscar winners.
Well, Sinatra does, and Ernest Borgnine, Sinatra, I was his barber for 17 years.
Take a stroll down the Palm Springs Walk of Stars. You can certainly find some big-time Academy Award winners like Miss Elizabeth Taylor, but you can also find some names you may not recognize and some you may not even be able to say.
John Sistinger, I don't know who that is. All the rest I know.
Well, the only one that I really don't know on here is Roberto Benigni. I mean, I know a little bit about him, but the others you just know so much about.
As for the stars on our own set,
what can we do to get Karen Devine a star out here?
Karen Devine, I understand there is a movement underway.
What about John White, just to not make him jealous?
John would certainly qualify.
Greg Lee, News Channel 3, Palm Springs.
Wow. Well, you qualify, but there's a movement underway.
Oh, there you go.
I hope. Greg Lee.
Raise the money and you'll have your star.
Yeah, I got about $9,999 more dollars to go. Oh, it's really cool, though. A warm-up is expected this week.
Ginger's up next on News Channel 3 with her full first alert forecast for the work week. Ginger, a great weekend. Sounds like it's only going to get better out there.
Yeah, because we're going to finally turn off the wind machine. It's been a little chilly and gusty outside, and that kept our daytime highs below the normal range. Exactly what we were talking about last week. There's a leading edge of cold air that's moving on through. By tomorrow, that's gone, and temperatures are headed for the 80s. Details coming your way after the break. You're watching KESQ, the Desert's news leader.
Now, first alert weather with Ginger Jeffries.
And I want to start off by giving a very big thank you to one of my News Channel 3 weather spotters, Emily, who knows I love turtles, and she gave me this gorgeous necklace that I'm wearing tonight. So since it's Oscar night, we all have to say what we're wearing. I'm wearing Emily's turtle, so there you go. All right, on with the show, folks. We do have a leading edge of cold air that is now trying to pipe through California. It's really not going to make a big impact on us by way of any kind of cold air lasting element. We had just a whisper of moisture and cold air moving through to the north of us, and that's why we kicked those winds up a notch or two today. Temperature-wise, though, the impact is going to be minimal at best. Right now, we've got 55 in Palm Springs, 7-mile-an-hour winds, so the wind speed's definitely coming down. Earlier, winds were steady at about 20 to 22 miles an hour, pretty much from about 9 a.m. until 4 a.m. In fact, Karen was in Banning and Beaumont today for a baseball tournament, saying that it was freezing at about 40 degrees. So that cold air has pushed on through. We're looking for a nice start to your day tomorrow with temperatures on the mild side about 70 degrees by midday. Notice the coastline, they're still slightly below the normal range at 63 in LA, 65 in San Diego, but we're going to pump up the volume pretty nicely. We're getting up to the 70s tomorrow, and notice in the next 7 days, well, the mercury continues to rise. In fact, this is the final week of February, and daytime highs are getting back into their spring fling format. I've got 80s in the works for you by Thursday into Friday. Remember, the east end of the valley, when we see 78 in Palm Springs, we may hit 80 by Thursday and 80s through the weekend. So a couple clouds here and there, trapping in the warmth overnight, keeping our overnight lows in the mild category and daytime highs climbing. But it's a slow burn, so settle in and enjoy it.
Looking great. We have another golf tournament coming up next weekend. It's going to be fabulous. The Patrick Warburton
for the St. Jude. We'll both be there. You're playing in it. So
looking forward to it.
Yes, exciting weekend.
Great weather. Thank you, Ginger.
We're already looking forward to next weekend, and it's Sunday.
Oh, yeah, it's only Sunday.
We're delirious that we're here on a Sunday night, so bear with us.
Thank you, Ginger.
Well, more than 200 animal lovers from around the valley gathered in Indio today for the inaugural Faith, Hope, and Pups benefit at the El Dorado Polo Club. News Channel 3's Bianca Ray hosted the event along with Loving All Animals, raising money for the Animal Care Center of Indio. 6 adoptable dogs strutted their stuff today for the crowd with hopes of finding a loving family to take them home.
I always said to him that I was able to take him home, but I couldn't take all of his brothers and sisters home, so this is just a way to be able to, help all of them back at the shelter.
Loving All Animals' goal is to get a no-kill community. 90% of the animals we take into shelters exiting alive rather than being euthanized. 60 communities are doing it throughout the nation, and we can do it too.
Bianca tells us 2 dogs found new homes today from the event, and guests enjoyed 2 polo matches, a live auction, and raffle prizes. It's not too late to help out. You can donate to lovingallanimals.org. Cute little pups. Coming up next in sports, one of the nation's biggest college softball tournaments taking center stage in Cathedral City. And how did SoCal powerhouse UCLA fare?
Plus, find out why the LA Lakers are moving into playoff mode. Spencer Lynn will join us next on the best local sports show. You're watching KESQ, the Desert's news leader.
Now, the best local sports show with Spencer Linton.
Oscar Sunday presenting a few noteworthy leading roles in the world of sports. A busy day on the Diamond in Cathedral City is where we begin big-time tournament with big-time teams. Let's play softball. Nevada and number 13 UCLA, a windy day at the Yard. Have no fear. These ladies know how to play. Nevada trailing UCLA 5-zip. Ali Carta keeps it that way. Strikes out Caitlin Campbell. Inning over. Bottom of the second, runner on for Stephanie LaRosa. Splits the gap in right center. Ground rule double brings in a run, 6-0 Bruins. Well, the Wolfpack would battle back in the third. Runners on for Aaron Jones. Deep blast to left. BB Bates going back. Runs into the wall and, can't hang on. 2-run score, 6-2 ball game. Fans help put the fence back together. Good neighbors right there. UCLA offense, not an issue today. They would go on to win 13-4 in 5 innings. How about Nebraska and number 8 Cal? Good cooking right there. Chris Alvarez said he wished he had smell-o-vision. Bottom 5 Cal up 1-zip, looking to add some more, but the line out ends the inning. Top 6, Jolene Henderson picks up the strikeout to end the inning. Still a 1-0 game. We go to the 7th. Nebraska with the tying run on third, but Henderson unfazed. Strikeout to end the game. 8th-ranked Cal picks up a 1-0 win. Cactus League baseball scores. Major League preseason ball. The Dodgers and White Sox finish in a 2-2 tie. Zach Greinke, 2 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts. Hanley Ramirez, 1 for 2 with an RBI. The Angels also fall to the A's 7-5. Albert Pujols and Josh Hamilton did not play for the Halos, and not on that big board. The Mariners beat the Padres 8-3. Now to the NBA, where every game is essentially a playoff game for the Lakers if they want to get in. They're on the outside looking in, sitting in 9th place in the West. To Big D we go, the Lakers and Mavericks. First quarter, shot clock winding down. Kobe Bean Bryant from way downtown. Bryant having his way. 4th quarter, winning time, and that means Kobe time. Long 2, Lakers up 4. Less than a minute later, Bryant gives it up. Steve Nash, the former Maverick, hurting his team. He buries the triple. Lakers up 4 under a minute to play. Bryant, a pump fake. Wouldn't show it if it wasn't going in. 38 points for Kobe, 12 rebounds, 7 assists. Lakers win 103-99. The Super Bowl of NASCAR began with some history. Danica Patrick, the first ever woman to start on the pole position at NASCAR's highest level. Time to go at the Daytona 500.
Drivers and Danica, start your engines!
James Franco. It is Oscar Sunday, isn't it? Vroom, vroom. NASCAR back. Patrick leading the field to the green flag, but she would not lead the first lap as Jeff Gordon jumped to the lead. It took 90 laps, but Patrick makes more history, becoming the first woman to lead a green flag lap in the Daytona. The checkered flag, however, goes to Jimmy Johnson, San Diego native, holding off his teammate Dale Earnhardt Jr. Johnson wins the 55th running of the Daytona 500. Danica Patrick finishes 8th.
Congrats to Jimmy. It was nice to get a Chevy to win the race.
You know, overall steady day for me. Nice day for GoDaddy, and the crew did a nice job in the pits. So really not, you know, nothing super duper eventful.
I love that she just said super duper. And the final day of the U.S. Pentathlon World Cup in Palm Springs. Today was the mixed relay portion of the Olympic event. Here's some horse riding. The Hungarian team of Leila Jainese and Adam Morosi took the mixed relay gold. A team from Ireland placed silver, and Ukraine takes the bronze. Sports ends now on a Sunday night. Hope you enjoyed the Oscars, and thanks for staying up late with us. We'll be back with more on the Desert's News Leader.
Great weather coming our way this week.
No doubt about it. We're done with the wind, folks, and look forward to warmer stuff on the horizon. Mid to even upper 70s by the middle part of the work week with above normal conditions to cap out February, that's what I want to say, on Friday, and look forward to an incredible weekend ahead.
Good stuff. By the way, we talked about the Warburton next weekend. A big thank you to the Sinatra folks. What a great tournament that was this past weekend.
We'll see you tomorrow.